that's very difficult to describe, but easy to give an example for. Hello there, my name is Phil Cooper. I'm a songwriter on a journey to explore classic pop songwriting and how techniques used by classic pop songwriters can be put into practice in modern songwriting. If that sounds like your sort of thing, then please click the subscribe button below and join me on this journey, because I want to talk to you about songwriting. I've got no guitar today. That's because today I'm going to be talking a little bit about lyrics, and I'm going to be talking in particular about rhyming structures. And when you're a new songwriter, and even when you're just kind of struggling with a song, rhyming structures can be a way to kind of get you going. It's one of those kind of letting restrictions set you free kind of thing. So when you first start writing songs, you kind of generally have an AABB rhyming structure or an ABAB rhyming structure, and that kind of helps you get into the rhythm of it. And when you've kind of got to grips with that, you can start playing around and breaking out of rhyme structures and trying new rhyme structures and all those kind of things, just to keep your songs a little more interesting. Because what you can end up doing when you've got a strict rhyme structure is you can end up not saying what you want to say in your lyrics because you're too focused on whether it rhymes or not. And we've all got kind of rhyming dictionaries that we go to. My go-to is rhymezone.com. You can kind of get stuck using those. And like I say, you end up not saying what it is that you want to say. And it's more important, I think, to say something interesting than to say something that rhymes. But obviously, rhyming is pleasing to the ear. And if you can get it to kind of work, then the audience will love you for it. And this is something that I'm going to talk about, and how some examples of how you can change things up in different ways. I've got 3 different ways of changing things up. So the first example I'm going to give you is the legendary Joni Mitchell and her song Both Sides Now. And this structure that she uses is what I like to call breaking the rhyme structure. So she sets it up so that she has, you think you know where she's going, and then she changes it. So what she does is, this is just the first verse. She has rows and flows of angel hair, and ice cream castles in the air, and feather canyons everywhere. I've looked at clouds that way. So she has hair, air, where, way. So she's breaking the rhyme structure at the end. Whilst it's very pleasant to hear something that rhymes like that, it makes it easy for you to switch off and kind of just go, oh yeah, okay, that's fine. So by breaking it, what Joni has done there is bring you back into the song. She's set you on this journey of this nice poetic kind of things about clouds, and then she goes, I've looked at clouds that way, and it pulls you back into her and makes it kind of personal. It's like, and it's brilliant, and she does it all the way through the song. I'm going to move on to the second thing that I like to use, and this is something I think most people are aware of, but I've got to include it because it opens up a world of possibilities, and that is having near rhymes, so broken rhymes. So the example I'm going to give you is by a songwriter who I've discovered in the last sort of 5 years-ish. And like I said last week, I'm trying not to just use old songwriters as my examples. And this guy is called Declan McKenna, and he is my favourite discovery of the last 5 years. I think he's brilliant, and you should definitely check him out if you don't know him already. He broke through with a song called Brazil, which is what I'm going to talk to you about. And he wrote that when he was studying for his GCSEs, which is just crazy. His breakthrough hit he wrote when he was like 14, 15. It's crazy. But what he does in the first verse is he's setting it up with, I heard you sold the Amazon to show the country that you're from is where the world should want to be, for find something all people need. So he's essentially got an AABB rhyming structure there, but he is not using exact rhymes. He's rhyming Amazon with you're from, so not strictly a rhyme. And then he's got where the world should want to be, for find something all people need. Again, not strictly a rhyme, but close enough that the ear kind of goes, oh yeah, that rhymes. It kind of keeps you going. And this is why I wanted to include this, is because if all you're doing is focusing on precise rhymes, you are missing out on a whole load of words that could help you say exactly what you want to say and not just something that rhymes. And this is what Declan has done here. Now, I could have used Declan McKenna's songs to highlight a whole load of different things, but I wanted to use this one. He's really, really good lyrically at arranging his kind of words in a way that don't follow traditional rhyming structures, but are still very kind of poetic and, have these rhymes dotted throughout them. So I strongly suggest that you go and check out some more of Declan McKenna's work, and I'll stick a link in the comments to that. Not the comments, the description. I'm going to move on to the third, and there's two parts to this. The third kind of technique that I want to use, which is using the rhyme not at the end of the sentence. It might be at the end of the kind of musical phrase, but it's not the end of your lyrical sentence. That's very difficult to describe, but easy to give an example for. So I'm going to go straight in with the example, which is from Dolly Parton's amazingly big hit, Jolene. And she has this. He talks about you in his sleep, and there's nothing I can do to keep from crying when he calls your name, Jolene. So she is rhyming sleep and keep, and musically they are both at the end of the line. But it's not the end of her sentence. The sentence is, there's nothing I can do to keep from crying. So she is not being restricted by having to finish what she's saying with the rhyme. And again, this kind of opens up a possibility, and it's something that I really, really like to do. When I hit on a rhyme like this, I feel really, really good. And I'm going to give you some examples of how I've kind of used this technique a little bit. I've changed it a little bit. In a song called While the Embers Glow, which isn't released yet, but will be coming at some point in the next sort of 6 months. So I've got, as the night draws in and we feel the cold, we've been warmed by your fire for so long. Not a huge amount of rhyming there, you might think, but I have purposefully put draws and warmed in there to kind of put some familiarity in the lyrics. And I do it again. I've got now the flame burns low and the light, it fades. I will be ablaze when you need me. And the rhymes are not at the end of the lyrics. They're dotted within the lyrics, but it still keeps that kind of pleasant to the ear kind of rhyming structure without it being da 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 rhyme, 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 which is a little boring. but can be done perfectly. And if it says what you want to say, then amazing. But it's not the only way, is my point. And the way to keep things interesting is to keep changing. So if you've got a song that has a perfect rhyming structure, amazing. But don't rely on it every time. That's kind of what I mean by interesting. If you like what you've heard and you want to hear some more, then click the subscribe, click the notification bell. If you want to talk to me about anything I've said in this video, or give some more examples, or just want to talk to me about anything, then the comment section is there for you to use. Please use it. Until next time, I want to wish you a very happy songwriting. Like and subscribe, and join me again next time. If you want to talk about rhymes and breaking the rhyming structure, then the comments are your friends. Now it's time for this song to